Hello and welcome, Crystal Soul. So I invite you today to pick a date. So you can pick between pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. You can take your time and meditate on the cards, and then when you're ready, find the timestamps on the video directly or down below in the description. So let's meditate and relax together. Breathe in. Hold your breath and breathe out. Relax. And choose the one calling you. Pile number 1, let's start and see what can you expect for your future date, the energy, and also the connection with your person. So you can see they are having a good time together. This is very playful and fun. And with the colors, I see a dominant of blue and green. So these can be connected to our chakras and the connection we have with people. So with the blue, this talks about our communication in a relationship. And as for the green, this is a heart chakra connection. And I love that the green is associated to the tree here. So this means growth of your heart, growth of your feelings together. And also because I see blue as what you guys were, it's kind of like what you guys will value in the relationship. So like I said, communication, and blue connects to our creativity as well. So guys can be very creative or bubbly and fun to be around, which is totally the vibe here. And we have winter as a season. So perhaps this person can be born during that season, or you have met or are still meeting this person during winter. But I do see you attracting someone you will date very soon that feels, like having a good friend around you, like a best friend, dating a best friend pretty much, and having so much energy and, smiling a lot when you're around the person. This is going to be the feeling especially. So these were the hints with this one. Let's continue with tarot cards. Okay, so the producer plant. We have something surprising coming up with this one. I feel like the universe may surprise you with who that person could be or when this is going to come. But I do see that person stepping in, yes. And we have the 2 of roses, and look at this, date card. So you are indeed about to attract your future date, and or perhaps this person is already around you, but I see that this person may confess their feelings to you very quickly. So perhaps this starts as a friendship, because that's very friendly on this one, and then this will actually evolve into love, and this person will confess. I see a hand of a man here, so this could be the man or the masculine energy, because it's not so much about the physical always, but it's mostly about the energy of the masculine being the one in charge to confess their feelings to you. And with the roses represents fire with this tarot deck. So fire represents passion here. And this is why they feel the urge, the passion to finally express their emotions and how they truly feel towards you. Number 2 talks about unity, so I do see yourself actually uniting and being together, starting to date. But first, it will start as, having fun together, not thinking too much about dating, possibly in the beginning. It's just about let's hang out and have fun. And then you guys will just click. And that itself will just build up emotions. And these emotions or feelings will be revealed very soon. And this was part of the plan. This is what the universe and your guides are also manifesting with the 2 of you. And we're possibly bringing the 2 of you together and having a good time together, so you can also trust each other and build something out of this connection. So this was all part of the plan, or you can be the one who is actually picturing that future with a certain crush that you have. But just know you are manifesting that. And for the serpent represents, sometimes it's temptation, but I don't see this as temptation here. I mostly see this as fertility and health. You can see the health symbols, when you go to the pharmacy, for example. So this is what I'm getting here. A healthy relationship that will bring you stability. And with fertility, that means growing together, which is also the symbolism you can see with the tree. So yes, I see a grounding relationship, healing relationship, fun relationship, and an opened relationship. That means if you have something on your mind, you talk about it. If you want something different, you will talk about it. If something bothered you, you will talk about it. If you love something, you will talk about it. It's going to be very open and communicative. So let's see, couple cards. Okay, so this is gonna be love at first sight. Although you played cool and you have fun with a person, and that start possibly with a, friend start, this will be evolving into love quite quickly. So love at first sight, and I'm not just getting this from the girl or the guy, it's the two of you. And this could be why it was planned, it was actually meant to manifest. And here, I adore you, you're all mine. Okay, well, I feel them confessing to you is a kind of way to tell you, okay, you're mine now, because they want to make it official. Of course, they want to have fun and date you and all that, but they also want to show you around to their friends or family members because they see a future with you and they want to commit to you. Of course, they'll take time to make sure that you're okay with that, no pressure, but still, like, they want to kind of show you around and be like, look, that's my girl, look, that's my man. So it's gonna feel like this. So they adore you, and you're all mine. And perhaps the all mine can be related to a future wedding. So if you're looking for a commitment or your future spouse to come, this could be your sign as well. So let's see traits and their personality. Okay, overprotective, so they can be indeed very protective with you. Like if something is happening to you, they may just be around trying to reassure yourself. But sometimes it's a bit too much, so you need to really express your boundaries and tell the person how you truly feel about that if you feel like it's too much, but they're gonna be very protective and warm. I feel their protective energy is their dad or mom type of energy. It's like, I want to make you feel safe. I want to make you feel your best in the relationship or just with life in general. So I'm gonna be here for you, but sometimes it's a bit too much because we have overprotective. And they can be jealous too. That's really what I'm getting with overprotective and warm. But that's the way they love. That's the way, they want to feel connected to you. So let's continue with places. So where you guys can be meeting, any type of activity or symbolic place. So shopping allays. So perhaps you guys love to actually shop. And that's again a scene during winter. It's a bit too much, so I will shuffle again. But yeah, really, I'm getting a vibe where you guys just do activities together and enjoy your time together. But I really see winter again. We have the tree here. So I'm not sure if you've met somebody around Christmas, but if so, this could be the one, actually. And we have the restaurant. So you can expect dates, going to the restaurant or just going shopping, perhaps walking in the forest as well, having a good time together. So these were the scenes. And with the book, I think of someone you could be studying with or exchanging with, like getting to know their stories. And they will be interested in you, in your past, in how you feel, your hobbies, anything that you value, all of that. I just feel this person really wants to get to know your depth, really wants to get to know who you are and where you're heading for the future. Because that's the way for them to project if this is going to work, if you guys are compatible or not. And perhaps you're the same person. You really take your time to get to know them and see if you guys just click. So let's see messages from your future date. Perhaps something about what's written out there. So I waited for you. They won't tear us apart, I promise. Okay, I talked about jealousy with overprotective. So perhaps there's some situation with you having conquerors around, or they can be in that situation, but I feel the masculine is like, I'm with you. Like, I'm not even interested in other girls. I'm just wanting things to work and they won't tear us apart. I promise. I'm here with you. I waited for you. And I'm just all in. It's really the vibe for the masculine. But if the feminine now has options, that can be what triggers the masculine, to be honest. Because he has pride. Let's be honest here. That's really the energy I'm getting from this perspective of the masculine. So I'm gonna continue with the runes so we can see your connection. I told you this can be starting as a friendship or someone very friendly that you connect to deeply. And we have indeed the friend and someone you can trust. So trust is going to be the pillar, the foundation of your relationship, to be honest. And this could be why they don't really love people around you, because they can lack trust or they can have fear related to what happened in other relationships. So yeah, they are a bit observant with that. And the journey. Okay, so I see you guys growing together, wanting to build something for sure. Even the serpent itself was talking about fertility. Your old mind was announcing, a long-lasting relationship, to not say marriage. So I do see that as part of your journey. So this can be starting as a friendship, like I said, and then evolving into love. As dates and further. So let's put these on the side. And we're picking the other techniques, starting with this grid. So we can see the zodiac sign of your person. So far we had fire with the roses, and I think the other one doesn't have can't speak today. Doesn't have any signs attached to it. So we have Virgo, Libra, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. So these are the signs so far. We can have more with the letters and words, which I'm going to pick right now. So with this technique, you can see a place, a name, or anything like a code and message. Okay, so I see Isle in French, île. So perhaps this person lives on an isle. I see LA, could be a place. Leah could be a name. Be careful with lies, because this person doesn't like people who just pretends. Just be honest, and talk openly, your heart. And I talked about heart connection with green as a color. So hard stuff, day as, and always precious. We. So we, always precious. You can maybe think during the day, especially with this person. And I see a heart connection for sure. With we and as two answers, it's really what they picture. They picture the two of you together. Hopefully you can see that. So we and end. So I'm gonna pick next some dice. So we can see more hints. Okay, so I see a soul contract between you two. Or if not a soul contract, this could be related to you guys writing to each other. So DMs, text, especially writing or typing. And as for this, I see a peaceful, loving relationship, magic manifesting with this person. Or this could be a person that's very inspiring for you. I think of the magician in tarot. So yes, the creator, the manifester, someone who is, very confident in what they are meant to accomplish. And with the emperor here, that again connects perfectly with the leader, creator, nurturer, father, protector. That's the dad in tarot, or mom if that's a girl. And I see someone very beautiful and charming with this one. And again, I think of a bird, especially a pigeon. And when I see that, I think of a traveler or someone who is just very curious and excited to be traveling, exploring with you. And I see them very imaginative as a person here. So they can be indeed a creative person or a creator, or just someone who is very good at visualizing things and accomplishing that vision. So I'm gonna pick next some stickers. So let's see more about this date or person. You can be using one app to communicate to each other. Maybe a chatting app, dating app, or some type of social media. I love you this matcha. Maybe matcha could be a drink they like, or you might like the matcha. I see taking pictures, and with the app, they can be using an app to create content, especially pictures or videos. They could be a dancer. Let's say they're a dancer creating videos on TikTok. That can be a code like this for you guys. When they are sad, I feel like they might be connecting with you and expressing their feelings, because we saw a very open, communicative connection with the two of you. You can be going to restaurants or places where you can just have a drink or have a meal together with this one. The things you own end up owning you, from the Fight Club. Could be a movie they like. And with tarot here, I just believe all the tarot readings you've been watching recently were really announcing this future date, this future person you're meant to be with. So if you see a lot of similarities or connections, that's actually a sign this is manifesting for you. So claim this beautiful energy down below in the comments. Make sure to subscribe as well to amplify this energy. For personal guidance, personal readings, the tools I use, yes or no, check everything linked down below. Make sure to check my other readings while you wait for me, and I will see you very soon. Take care of you. Bye-bye. Pile number 2, let's start and see hints about your future date and your future person. So first, that's a very beautiful and magical environment, and you guys just vibing together, the dude just playing music and she's just wishing, for things to manifest, sending the candle or whatever that is called, a lantern I think, away. So I see your wishes coming true with this person. And for this person, I see someone just in the zone, very creative, could be a musician or someone interested or in the music industry. And when I see that, I see a very peaceful environment, a peaceful love and attraction that's starting to be built up. Possibly the feminine is manifesting or her wishes. So if you have someone you target to be with, if you have a crush on somebody, that can be the sign of like what you are manifesting as the future. And as for the man is more in surrender, to be honest, with love. He's not searching for anything, not pressuring the flow, not trying to get something desperately. This person is like, okay, I'm just going to live my life, and whatever comes, I'll just honor it and celebrate it, but I'm not going to go all crazy or all needy about things. I just feel that's mostly the feminine's job here. I'm not saying to be desperate, okay? I'm saying you are envisioning a certain person, a certain future, or certain love, and this is what you are indeed manifesting. But first, you have to have a clear vision on where you're heading, what type of person do you want to date, if you have somebody in mind. Okay, what actions then you have to take to make it happen, because I see the masculine just what ifs. It's really the vibe I'm getting for this one. So let's continue with tarot cards so we can see how this relationship is going to evolve from that point. What can you expect? More hints about the person, anything we need to know. Okay. Ooh, oh, right. All right, so what I see here is that you may have a person in mind that might reject you. I'm not saying this person being the one for you, to be honest. Could be why there were some type of distance with the two of them in the beginning. And this is possibly good, because the one that is not seeing you is not worth your love, is not worth your time, is not even worth, just you clinging to them. So I see the universe redirecting yourself towards the one you're meant to be dating instead. Because actually we have the death card here. So what is dead is buried, and so you can move on towards a new life or new love. So in order for you to just be redirected, or perhaps that's in the past, I'm not sure if that's past energy or future energy, but just take what resonates with you. If you've been clinging on a crush that's not noticing you, not responding to you, they play cold, If they're cold, they're not even interested. Trust me, if a man or a girl likes you, they show up. They want to hang out with you. They want to talk to you all day. They will not take more than 1 or 2 hours to respond to you. That is it. So the signs are there. And possibly you just, telling yourself, oh no, they're busy, or no, they're doing that, or oh, they probably don't really have time right now. If somebody likes you, they make time. And what I see here is actually your spirit guides with these cards telling you, look, if you don't have a connection, or if you're just imagining a connection with somebody that is not even reachable, that you'll possibly never meet, never talk to, or that is not here with you, like they're absent, let it go. Because the thing is, while holding on tightly to that person, possibly the one that's meant to be with you will pass by near you, and you won't even notice that they are here, or that they are the one, because you're holding tightly to some imaginative future or imaginative connection. So that's a warning sign here. If you've been holding on tightly to what could be, or your daydreams and fantasies, but you're not really seeing results in the 3D, and I'm talking to you guys holding on to a celebrity crush as well, or fictional crush as well. Triggered? I know. But the thing is, it's a wake-up call here. Because the thing is, the universe has potential lovers, conquerors around you, and they are actually more compatible with you, but you're holding on to one image of what that person could be, as like Prince Charming vibes. But the thing is, if you never experience that person, how can you know you guys are compatible? How can you know you guys' vision will be exactly a match or working together? So I see rejection, or if not rejection, realization that you need to go, or they will go because they're not supposed to be with you. What you need to find is perfection. Someone who is going to complete yourself. And I'm saying that because number 10 talks about completion. And with the brokenness, the broken heart. Like, this person doesn't care. This person doesn't care how you feel, possibly doesn't care about you, or perhaps doesn't even know you. And that is going to break your heart, but the universe is utilizing that reading to make you wake up to this reality. And that your fantasy is, okay, it's been good for the time that it lasted, but now you're leaving that behind you. You're traveling to a new chapter of life, and of love, should I say, because this is offering you the opportunity to find your mirror, to find someone who's a perfect match to you, and that is in perfect resonance and connection with you. So you guys can be actually creating the picture that you wanted with the wrong person. I know this reading is gonna be perhaps something you don't want to hear, but you needed to hear. And I know I've been there too. I had a lot of crush, and I still have sometimes. And I picture a future with them, and then a few days later, I'm like, this is actually not someone I really want to be with. And that's because I experienced them. I did talk to them and realized we're not clicking. But if you're still in that phase of fantasies, because you still didn't reach a connection in the physical, or because you're still hoping for them to reply or hoping for them to notice you, but it never comes, that's a sign itself. If something is not working, and I'm not saying it has to always work right away. Sometimes it takes time, but this is not working, and you are rejected, and you are not meant to overstay. So you're packing your stuff, traveling somewhere new. If you plan to be traveling, this could be a sign where you can be meeting the one. So travel can be a sign for you here. Okay, so now we're starting fresh and new. So after you, rather being rejected or rejecting somebody, or just realizing, okay, it's not really what I can achieve, so it's time to move on, I see someone making a first move towards you. This is why when space is freed, something new can be created. And this is why it's very important to not cling on to somebody or something, even when you're starting to date. And perhaps you need to actually get to know multiple people and go on dates with them and see which one is more compatible with you, which one is really going in the same direction, traveling with you as like this trip of love that you want to be experiencing. So don't, and I know for women it's very hard because we tend to be more emotionally attached. It's not so much about the physical and the experience and all of that. It's mostly about deep connection and communication especially. But what I see for you is you have options. And these options are meant to be welcomed. And when you welcome them, this is when I see someone compatible with you making a move towards you. Or you can be the one making a first move because you feel a connection with them. And they will take care of you. They'll be here for you. That means they will respond to you and not take a day or two or not respond and just see a message. That is something that's a big red flag, guys. And you have to recognize this. Whether you're a girl or a guy, that's a sign they're not interested. And I have to be honest with you because I have been in that situation. You have been in that situation. And possibly you are repeating the same situation, but you're still hoping this will be different with this person because you just want this person to be the one. The thing is, if that is repeating itself, people are ignoring you, you can be manifesting that too. Because you don't believe you are worth their time. Or you don't believe that you're special enough for them to prioritize you. So that's something to work on. And why do you feel this way? Why do you feel like you don't have enough? Or you're not enough? Or you're not valued by people? Have you been possibly rejected in the past by your parents, or parents were too busy to work, so you were not a priority for them? And when they were home, they were too tired, so they did not play with you? Boom, rejection. And this was breaking your heart as a child, and now you tend to be attracting the same pattern. Why? Because the universe wants you to finally realize your values and to stop looking around for validation. Because nobody cares? Great, I care. And if I care, I'm going to surround myself with the people that do care because I notice how you treat me. And I rather like that or I don't like it. And when I don't like it, I leave. I don't overstay. I don't, beg for love or beg for attention. Or I don't even take excuses. Because that just shows you are not able to treat me the way I'm supposed to be treated. You're not loving me the way I want to be loved. And that is all good because we all love differently. But do I want to stay? No. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and this reading is very bold, and I'm sorry if that is hurting your feelings, but I have to be the one who is addressing this message for a reason. And that's because you're attracting the right people around you. Someone who will just make a move towards you, take care about you, because you need to be nurtured. This is what you've been craving for, possibly when you used to be a child. You was not nurtured enough or noticed enough or taken care of. I talked about a trip. Can you see that? So yeah, the fact that possibly you were surrounded by people that did not really meet your expectations or just treated you the way that you deserved, that is just making you now attract people that are dysfunctional to realize and wake up, damn it, like I deserve so much more than this. I deserve better than this treatment. And so this wake-up call is now manifesting or manifested, and thanks to that you are now redirecting towards healthier relationships with someone who's going to be adventurous. And this is why I see a trip here. So if you plan to be traveling, especially during summer or Scorpio season, this is what I see for you. And with the mirror, this is air sign. So it could be a Scorpio, air sign. We're going to see with the zodiac grid more about them. But yes, I see someone that adventurous, who likes to be traveling a lot, who likes to be exploring and experiencing new things. And this is why they're not going to be static with you. That's why they're in and texting you or just showing up physically. Because they're just like that, you know? And I think this is gonna be a big shift because possibly you've been attracting and manifesting unavailable people because that's all you knew, or that's all you've been met with before. And now that this is different, it's gonna feel weird in the beginning to have someone who is so invested or showing up a lot or taking care about you and being in charge, because you always had to support your own self, because you always had to show up for yourself. And I know what it's like because I grew up in a family that was completely disconnected to me and absent and not even wanting to engage. So I needed to support myself. And I have been in that dynamic too. So I can relate, to be honest. And I'm wishing that we all can be now nurtured and loved and noticed. And so we can just travel to something a lot more healthy and a lot more fun. Because we deserve that, okay? You deserve it. And letting go of that toxicity or people not even, just putting the effort, it's okay. They're not able to because that's the way they treat themselves, or they just don't vibe with you. And so when we accept that and move on, we can finally meet our soul family or friends. And you're attracting someone educated. They have manners, they have values, they respect each other, they trust. That's really what I'm getting here as the future relationship you're attracting after letting go, after releasing this person. Perhaps you're not wishing for something, but you are just releasing somebody. You put all that pressure, all the pain and the suffering and the rejection or heartbreak in this little lantern and let it go. That can be a different perspective too with the first card. So let me see now places. So where you guys can be starting to date. But I believe if you will be planning to travel, so near the beach, or we have the swimming pool here, really getting summer vibes, to be honest, or just going, if you plan to go to a country where it's very warm and sunny, it could be where you guys can be meeting. I think of Asia too with this place, to be honest, because that's a ritual in Asia especially. As for the wishes coming true, my goodness, I cannot make that up for real. So we have indeed a future trip. Can you see that? Like, everything is really pointing out in this direction. So yeah, you are indeed attracting someone while you'll be traveling, or if there's a place calling you and you want to visit, pack your stuff and go there when you feel the cooling or when you have some free time. But especially summer. I mean, you can see the scenes all summer season here. Even, at night, it's mostly when I think there's like a celebration during summer, rather in Japan or somewhere like that, because I've seen videos about it. And that's really what makes me think is happening on the scene. So could be a place for you as like a hint. And we have the cocktail club. So you can be going for a drink with this person, or if you go to a club and have a drink with your friends, it could be where you guys can be meeting with this person. So these were the places I think they are very connected. Or let's say you go to a resort, you book a hotel room and then you spend a few days out there and enjoy the beach, the sea, and just the food as well. You can be meeting actually when you go for a drink, and we have the cocktail here. It's kind of like they're cheering, like cheers, but from the distance. Like she's at the bar and is just looking at her like, wow. So yeah, I just believe you might encounter someone during that trip. So let me continue with messages. Be daddy's good girl, okay? So there's some spiciness and attraction. And with Scorpio, this talks about the passion, the attraction physically. So I can see that as well. Please talk to me when you feel sad. So they want you to feel open, to talk about what happened. Perhaps that's all about talking about rejection, heartbreaks, or parent figures that were never here for you. Maybe you guys can be bonding thanks to that, or just that will heal you or heal them if they are in that position and not you. But you guys will just talk openly about these things and to each other, which is nice. It's always good to have a supporter. It's always good to have someone listening to you, because when you have somebody just to talk to you, it feels like that is not a lonely battle anymore, but we can have support and a new perspective as well from their point of view. So let me pick some rooms. Wow, I don't know how I picked it, but I kind of like, the finger grabbed it. It's, funny. Oh, actually, the two of them popped for group number 1. So maybe the energy is the same, but this can be starting as a friendship or someone you trust, or trusting somebody in a relationship is gonna be, what tells you that's the right one. And there's a journey. So a journey to love again, to trust again, possibly, or to open up to somebody in a way that's, gonna be fully open. But that's a very healthy relationship. There's a lot of realizations, I believe, for this group. And so you can be led towards the person that's meant to be with you. So let me see zodiac signs. But so far we had Scorpio and air sign. So we have Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. Let's see letters and words so we can see perhaps more of them. But of course you can see a place, names. I see Leo, so perhaps another sign, or it could be their name. Let's see. So we have night, and again we had the night scene for the first card. So you guys can be meeting at night, especially freedom, sport, sing. We saw music on the first card too. 2 times sing, so you guys can be good singers or enjoying to just perhaps do some karaoke night. E.T., maybe talking about cosmic beings. Geography is what I think. So there is possibly a place calling you, and that's a sign itself. And I see Cancer, Taurus, signs. Why? So make sure to play with them. I see let go. I told you, there is a process. You need to let go, to welcome the new, to welcome a new person. So that's something to do for sure. I'm gonna continue with stickers. Okay, this was fast. Hug me, a peaceful relationship with the olive branch. A lot of fun. This is gonna change for you. Just be brave, That's really the vibe I'm getting here. Just be strong, be brave. I'm coming to hug you and connect with you. And if you don't know this person, we have a revelation coming up soon. So this is your reading. I hope you like it. Subscribe if you're new as well. For personal guidance, personal readings, the tools I use, everything is linked down below. Check my other readings while you wait for me. And see you next time. Bye-bye. So pile number 3, let's see more hints about this future date. To be honest, when I saw this one, I was like, okay, they are about to kiss. So it could be a future date, as like you hanging out together, having a good time together, and then finally making a move to kiss each other. And this dog is like looking at them as if it's some type of movie, or, it's kind of like when you watch a K-drama and they actually introduce the kiss or start and then boom, this ends and you have to watch the other episode to see what's coming next. It's kind of like that, it's a teaser kind of what future date is going to be. And with the leaves on the background, what I see with that is a symbolism. So the leaf represents protection, actually support. So you can expect support in that relationship and growth. So these could be actually symbols or just qualities from you two. So supporting each other, growing with each other. And with the ambience, I see an ambience of purity, something that's kind of frozen in time. And with the dog, this talks about actually fun, being very energized around somebody. And this is also symbolism of fidelity. So you're attracting someone who wants to commit to you, who is going to be faithful to you. And a kiss. A kiss is coming up very soon, so claim that. Let's see what will come next with tarot cards. What can you expect as a future relationship, future love manifesting for you? Okay, we'll take this one. The hot seat. I like this because I just see a lot of passion. I see something, that's gonna be juicy and spicy coming up. And we have the spotlight. You can have a target, a person on your mind, or someone you want to be with. And as for the hot seat, it could be described as like a place where you reveal secrets. So perhaps you're gonna feel comfortable around somebody enough to reveal your secrets. But I see a lot of passion, or reveal your feelings. Perhaps that's a sign too. 11 can be a sign you see, or 1111 as a number you can see a lot. And 1111 represents our soulmates, twin flame, or just someone who is divinely connected to us, or a wish coming true. Can be a sign too. So if you've been saying that number over and over again on the clock, that's confirmation to you. You possibly actually picked the right pile for you. So we have the fantasy suits. I talked about passion, spiciness, the kiss here. The tension is real. The tension of love is real for this group. So I do see that person stepping in and finally making a move towards you to be intimate with you in the future. So perhaps hotel room vibes, or just having a place where it's actually pretty intimate to have fun with this person. We have number 9 and number 1. So these are symbols to me. Number 9 represents perfection and what is ideal for us. So what you're attracting as a future date is possibly spiciness, or a first kiss, or future dates. It doesn't have to be the first one. But what I see is that this person is ideal. This person is exactly what you picture it as. Our fantasies and daydreams that we have about somebody, or if you have nobody in your head, it can just be what you picture for what future you want to be experiencing in future relationship. So this is what you're attracting as the vision, as what you want to fulfill when it comes to your fantasies. You're attracting all of that. So congratulations. And then we have the producer, which is the magician in tarot originally. So what this tells me is you are manifesting this person. You are calling for this person to step in, which is possibly why you're attracting a soulmate, twin flame, or someone that is part of your destiny, or anything you wish for actually and envision and fantasize about. So this producer is you. You are defining the script, understanding how to manifest the story, how to attract the right person. So you can be, with the rose, receiving all that you pictured as the perfect romance. So number 1 talks about start. Even 11 itself is 111, start, wish coming true, boom, manifestation. And the magician is all about creation, manifestation, attracting all that you want. So you are indeed attracting somebody because you're perfect to them and they're perfect to you. So 1111 is a mirror, right? So you guys can mirror each other's complete perfection and come together. So what I see is you guys uniting very soon, you understanding and possibly receiving all these signs as confirmation that your manifestations are working and the attraction is there. And so you can finally make a move towards each other. So perhaps the next step is action. If you feel like kissing somebody, or if you feel like showing that you care so they can make the move, that is it. So this person has pure intentions, even though it's very spicy, it's still because they want to be building something with you. And I've been waiting for you. Okay, well, that is clear. So pure intentions, and I have been waiting for you. And for this one, again, I see the mirror behind them. So you're attracting someone who is going to mirror exactly what you wanted, or just exactly what you pictured them to be. You're manifesting the version that you saw in them. And that can be good, and sometimes that can be something to adjust, because what we tend to picture sometimes is not always ideal. So that is a reminder to manifest what you've been waiting also to experience from them. So pure intentions. All right, and I've been waiting for you can be a symbol too, as like if you visit them after work. Let's say you go to their place and wait for them to finish their shift or finish work or finish school. That can be the sign as well. So let me see with this deck more about their personality. Who are they as a person? Desirable, right? So you are indeed attracting someone you find very attractive, desirable, wants to kiss, and that's again a kissing scene on this one. I mean, even here you could see that. Yeah, he's kind of like it's going to happen, so yes. Look, and now it's happening. It's happening. So loving and a bit distant. So perhaps they play it cool, they play it distant, which I think is what entertains the desire and passion towards people. And we have the transportation tool. Perhaps you guys can be taking the same bus, subway, train, whatever that is. But transport is a sign for some of you guys. And we have a loving person. So even though they play distant and they played cool, they care about you. Let's see more places. So we had a street. I talked about visiting them after work, or they can be visiting you after work, and transportation. Here I'm getting, especially job, the same job place. Working place. Yeah, that's the vibe. A fancy event. You can also be meeting when you go to, like if you book a resort trip, hotel trip, or a weekend somewhere, could be with the suits, art expo, and fancy event. So these are two other places. So art can be something you guys like, value, or just bond upon. You two can be artists, for example, or just loving to go to such an exposition gallery. If not art expo as like a gallery, it could be, because I see the spotlight, I think of a concert, to be honest. So it could be, or some type of acting stage. Perhaps it's actually two actors getting dressed up and then about to act or working in the movie industry. I don't know, but these can be signed for some of you. But you guys will really enjoy going to events, dressing up, showing up as a couple in the future. That's the type of scene I'm getting from these. Let's see messages. Give your heart to me. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this one flipped. Do you want to be mine? Okay, so this with 1111, I kind of suspected that with soulmate energy. So you two possibly will want to marry each other in the future, want to be building something together in the future. So do you want to be mine and give your heart to me? So these are messages from your future person and possibly what you needed to hear as well. Especially if you're looking for the one. If you're looking for someone who is mature enough, who wants to be committing to you, marry you, travel with you, or have fun with you and do activities with you. That's the future you are actually manifesting with this one. So I'm gonna pick next some runes. Justice and force, courage. All right. So what I see with force and courage is someone who is unshakable. It's like if they have their mind set on something, they will accomplish that. If they have their mind set on you, they will want to be with you and only you. And so they have that kind of dedicated personality. Like if I want something, I'm going to show up. If I want to achieve a dream, a goal, of course I'm going to work on this. Nobody's going to do that for me. So I'm meant to be courageous enough, strong enough to make it happen. And for the justice, they're going to be fair, just, balanced, which is nice. And for justice, actually this one relates to Libra energy. So it could be a Libra for you. So for this one, with the magician, I always think of fire because that's wand energy. And as for this one, it's water. So it could be a water sign, Libra, and fire. But we're going to see more with the grid. So I'm gonna pick this one in a sec to see the zodiac sign of your future person. Let's see. Okay, and again, Libra. It's possibly all of them because it's in the middle here, but let's see the ones who are more potent. So Libra, Leo, and Taurus, Aries, especially Capricorn for this one. So far, we can see more of them with the letters and words. So what you can see is a place, a name, initials, hints. We'll just see what comes out. I see the law of attraction, so you can indeed utilize the law of attraction to manifest this person. TD. Tau. We have LA. ID, so you can know this person's identity. 2. So friend, he may will kiss. Yes, he will kiss. That's for sure. I mean, you could see that. So he will kiss. Follow. USA. I mean, LA. Very connected. Cool. Cooler. Friend. May can be the time when you guys meet. So it could be the month. And here we have Virgo. That's one to add to the list. Let me see. Oops. But you can see something different with the letters. So this in French means you, toi. So perhaps that's a sign. It's like, that's you, or you know who that person is, because we had the identity. So let's pick some dice. Oh, one other sign I see is tall. So there can be a tall person. Yes. Maybe idea of what, yeah, the idea, identity. Again, I think of the same type of thing. That's it. So let's see with the dice. Could be an air sign or someone who likes to be traveling a lot with the bird. I just believe a lot of you may just ask a lot of questions to this person because you want to get to know them, or that can be a sign that if you don't know this person's identity, it's because you still don't know who that person is. But I see the two of you taking the same path, being happy and feeling fulfilled in the future with the sun at the distance and the two of them, the two trees smiling. Can you see? And I see your spirit guides manifesting with you. Possibly that's why the law of attraction work. Yes, it's working. But I mean, this is why the law of attraction code showed up. Because they're working on this with you. The camera is not wanting to collaborate. And again, mysterious person. Or that can be their personality. You know, they don't reveal much if they don't feel like they're connected enough. Or they know you enough. And with the cauldron, I think of someone who's a good cook, or they can have this magician energy, you know, using spells or wishes, you know, to manifest. So I just believe the two of you are manifesting each other. You wish for somebody in your soul family to manifest. And so perhaps that's why you don't know this person's identity, but your soul knows. Your soul feels the connection already. Even here with numbers, we have 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1, 1, 1, new beginning. 11, 11. Yes, number 2 talks about unity. So coming together, that's totally the vibe. So I'm going to pick more stickers so we can see more signs from your future. We have Instagram, so it could be the place where you guys communicate to each other, and I do see communication on the phone with this one. We saw the transportation too with the other cards, and we have this one on the bus just holding this one to not fall. So I don't know, maybe that's a sign. The peach, I love the two halves because it's kind of like you to complete each other. And that's why I'm really getting soulmate or twin flame vibes, to be honest, with this group. Always miss you. So they miss you. And with the stamp, I think of someone who might be contacting you, possibly on Instagram. this love growing, blooming. And perhaps that's the season too. Spring could be the time. London, or the London bus. We saw the bus scene here, so I'm not sure, but it could be a sign for the two of you. I just believe the two of you are waiting for like one or the other to make a move, because you can be very shy in the beginning, but this is encouraging yourself to show your true colors and to go home to this person, because you're going to be very happy with this person and celebrate. Perhaps this person is going to be very sporty as well. That's the hint I'm getting from this one. So this is your rating. I hope you like it. If you do, give it a big thumbs up, claim and subscribe to manifest this future date faster. Oh, and by the way, we have kind of date appearing. Yes. So yeah, if you want, you can check my other readings while you wait for me. For personal guidance, personal readings, the tools I use, everything is linked down below. And I will see you guys in my next reading. Bye bye.